Hello everyone, this is Charlotte and we are chatting in cars. I'm currently driving back from running errands, so hopefully I don't end up running someone over. I've just done my work for the day, so now I actually get to go home and eat something. The excitement never ends. This is a podcast dedicated to discussing random topics so I can get my head straight and possibly de-stress after work or get my shit together for work. So if you want to listen to it, it's quite interesting. Sometimes it's really boring. Sometimes I'm just, absolutely full of shit. There's swearing, of course. I've probably sworn, oh my God, about 3 or 4 times since I started. I don't filter. I'm sorry if you feel that I should, but there are other things, and probably better things that you can listen to, so go for it. I suggest show tunes, I don't know. Maybe you want to sing Oklahoma, I don't know. Go for it. The topic I've chosen, there is a trigger warning at the start that I do talk about personal topics, and I do swear a lot, so if you don't want to hear that, absolutely you're right. As a human being and an adult, I would hope, considering rating on this podcast, to change the channel, think for yourself, and find something more interesting. The topic I've chosen for the drive home right now, as I seemingly drive through a ash cloud, thank you, living in Australia, is bad habits. Yes, I have quite a few bad habits, I'm quite proud to say. No one is perfect, absolutely. Perfection is a lie anyway. Same as normal. No one ever achieves it. I mean, we should be striving to achieve it, but we never actually achieve it. So I wouldn't stress too much. If you're flawed, everyone's flawed. Anyone who says they're not flawed is full shit. Tell them to fuck off. Alright, my bad habits. Oh God. Okay. I have a few. Just a few. Besides a strange sugar addiction. Oh God, I laugh at fart jokes like ridiculously. I love dirty humour. I do. It's not exactly ladylike, is it? But I do like filthy humour. Bad habits. And sometimes it's not exactly kosher jokes slip out when I'm teaching my kids. So that's a bad habit and probably a very unprofessional one. But the kids either don't get it or they do get it and they laugh their arse off. So, it's not a problem really. It's anything that's particularly bad. What am I other but? There are a few bad habits I've got where ones that were naturally there and ones that have come with age. I find that I forget to do things at this point. I'm 37, I forget to do things like flush the chain, and you walk past and you go, wait, I live alone. What dirty bastard's done that? I can't believe I forgot to flush the chain. I live alone, what the fuck? How could I? I mean, it'd be forgivable if you're living with kids, you're like, oh, one of the kids has done it. But, that's one of the problems I have. Other than that, I swear a lot. Is that a bad habit? Or is it just a very colourful one? I don't know. I am very judgmental. I like being judgmental. I like being judgmental because it keeps me safe and keeps my kids safe. If I think that someone is an asshole, I will definitely call them on their bullshit. It stopped me getting into a whole load of strife. I know we're not supposed to be judgmental, but fuck it, why not? Whoops. I'm hypocritical. I am hypocritical. I will say one thing and then do something else myself. I know, it's terrible. All these things we're not supposed to be doing, but we do anyway. Why would you pull out, you fucking idiot? Anyway, yes, that too. I do swear at people in traffic. He's just pulled into the fast lane, doing what is like 10, while I've got boxed in by some guy on my left, because we drive on the left. I'm sitting in the fast lane. What a prat. Guy with a trailer. Anyway, there's always an asshole with a trailer, isn't there? Or a beamer. I fucking hate beamers. Bad habits. What else? Judgmental. Dirty sense of humour. Swear a lot. I fart. Yes, because I'm a girl. I know it's frowned upon. I run around half naked a lot. My ex-husband didn't like that. I don't know why. I was happy just running around half naked. My ex-boyfriend loved it. Different people, I suppose. What am I most comfortable with? Running around in a mini-V, pretty much. which I find interesting because some people like it, some people don't. Some people, I used to get told off a lot because he'd be saying like, oh, your boobs are out. And I'm like, yes, that's the point. It's fun. My ex-boyfriend liked it more. He just loved it. Different people, different sex drives, I suppose. Bad habits. I've never got into smoking or heavy drinking particularly. I did go through a destructive phase in, 2008 for about 6 months to a year where I did some heavy drinking, but I was in my early 20s and I kind of got bored of it, to be honest. Never done drugs. I used to bite my nails, then I got like SNS put on, which is like a powder dip nail thing, and I just don't bite them anymore because it's, you know, it's hard to get through and it fucks up your teeth. I'm hit and miss with brushing my teeth. I hate doing that. I can't seem to bring myself to do it. It's hit and miss. I had braces and I had a plate, and I think like my subconscious, my brain's just been fucked with too much because now I just don't want to touch my teeth at all. I think that's more it. Ooh, hello, what bike is this? Sorry, sounds meaty. I think it's just a little one. What else is there? I'm trying to think now. Oh, I have an anxiety-based disorder where it's trichotillomania. It's not the hair-pulling one, it's the skin-picking one. I sit there when I'm stressed or overthinking and I cut my skin. Not with a razor or anything, just with my nails. Because I'm miles away. I'm just doing it and I'm miles away. Thinking about other things. It's like a stress relief thing. I'm pretty sure it's pretty common actually, because I've been looking for studies in it. I'm kind of glad it's not the hair pulling one because I like having eyebrows and eyelashes and things. So that's a blessing in itself, I think. But no, I think honestly it's something I picked up from watching my dad do because he's got the same anxiety kind of skin piggy thing. Same as my older sister. My younger sister doesn't. My brother kind of does, but you know, it's like monkey see, monkey do kind of situation. I think. Although I do have generalized anxiety, so yeah, that's a fun game. Bad habits. You used to have anorexia. Is that a bad habit or just a mental disorder? I don't know. That's been overpowered now, though. I don't have any problem with eating now. It's getting me to not eat. It's getting me to moderate things. That's the thing. It's like I'm always all in or all out. I have trouble with grey areas. That's apparently part of the autism. So everything's black and white sort of thing, which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. It's like trying to understand people tactfully can be difficult because you know the rules, you want to enforce the rules, but they're trying to convince you that there's a grey area and you're like, no, there isn't. This is yes or no. And they're like, well, actually, there are grey areas. No, it's yes or no. I'm right, you're wrong. Stop. So I am stubborn. I have trouble with that. So I'm judgmental and stubborn. Is it me? Is it my star sign? I don't know. I am a Taurus. I'm known to be stubborn. I don't know. I've always been stubborn, no. Even as a kid, my mum used to tell me stories about how I was an argumentative little bitch. When I was like a toddler and I wanted to do things in my own time. And I thought that was hilarious because, you know, past 5 you would have got your ass kicked for anything. What else is there? Bad habits. I'm not particularly slobbish when it comes to living habits. I like things functional. I run a tight ship. I like things to work. Some things will get left to the wayside if it's during the week. Yeah, so like I might leave 1 or 2 dishes in the sink if it's like I've just got back from the gym at 10 o'clock at night and I can't be arsed doing anything like that. So I might leave a few dishes in the sink, but that's about it. I'm generally a very clean person, I think. I lived with my ex-husband who was a complete slob, so I got into the habit of cleaning everything continuously. I would, to the extent where it's now been diagnosed as mild OCD, I would go into, like in the morning I'd set the house up to make sure it was clean for when he woke up. I'd get his shit together, then I'd get my shit together, I'd see him off, and then I'd go to work myself, and then I'd come back and I'd clean again. Whatever he'd done during the day, because he used to get home from work before I did. So whatever mess he'd made, I'd pick up, and right before bed we'd be set to go again for the next day, hopefully. What So I've learned those skills. I mean, that came mainly from my mum as well. She wasn't particularly... She would not let you sit on your ass. Let's put it that way. If you saw her moving, you were going to move too. Yeah, and she would enforce that with physical aggression. Yes. So I've had a militaristic background, upbringing. It's more like hazing than anything. There were no parades or anything. It was just the training side of things. A lot of my shit, like my sense of discipline, what I perceive to be discipline, comes from my mum, you know, forcing it on us. You will do this. You will get it right, and you will do it now. A lot of my shit is more reactional than, you know, oh, I need to do this. It's like you just do it. You don't question why you did it. So, which is good. And it helps you with the routines associated with my autism and stuff like that, because I love routines and schedules and things like that, and lists of things to do. And it helped me that way, I suppose. I mean, it was a rough flight, but yeah, we got there. It was a hard way to do it. But it was useful. I mean, I'm looking at my ex-boyfriend these days, and he just does not have any skills with regards to that. He's autistic, or high functioning, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think there's a few other things there. He's also got depression, and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know that they don't all present the same way, autistic individuals, but at the same time, it's like, why would my traits be more in support of getting productive things done in a day, and his aren't? I always question that. I'm sitting there going, are you not just being lazy? It's like, we weren't allowed to be lazy. We had that shit kicked into us. Like, you are going to do something. You don't have a choice. It's like, when I started studying for uni, it's like, you are going to uni. You don't have a choice. It's like, okay, I guess I won't fail then. So there was a lot of pressure to perform, which is why I have trouble recognizing anything I've achieved now, because it's just sort of, it's been pushed on us that you are going to do it anyway, and why haven't you done it already, sort of thing, mentality. And that comes with school, basic hygiene, things like that, which is why I get pissed off when I forget to brush my teeth, because I'm like, that is such a small, simple thing to do, and I cannot break it. I cannot get into the habit of doing it every day. And some people do it like twice a day, and I'm going, how the fuck have I not got this? I mean, it's not like my breath stinks or anything. I've never had any complaints, but it bugs me that I can't get that right. There's a weird perfectionist streak there. Thanks, Mom. Just beat that into me. What else? Skin picking? I can't stand... Is it a bad habit? I don't know. I might overshave my body. Does that count? I can't stand... I know anyone's got that weird thing where they just cannot stand stubble on a girl's body, actually. Because I'm bi, I don't mind it on guys, but I cannot stand it on a girl's body. Stubble, I can't. It makes me want to hurl. Same as like people with sweaty feet. It's like, gross. My ex-husband used to have feet that sweat so much that he would drip. And he'd be hanging his feet off the couch. And it'd drip off the couch. I would just gag. Ugh, gross. Anyway, he had a lot of shitty habits. What else is there? I am judgmental, I don't mind that. I'm sassy. I'm sarcastic at times. I have trouble giving people the soft approach. I have trouble sugarcoating shit. I really do. I will do it with kids, but when it comes to adult, I expect more. I'm like, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You should be doing this already. Why are you even thinking? You know, it's not a problem. This should be done already. I find it fascinating when people say they can't do something. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because like, you're meant to be a grown-up. What? I can't do this. Have you tried? No. Are you kidding me? My mom would kick your ass. What are you doing? I mean, my dad never really enforced anything discipline-wise. He was a berserker, but when he went off, it was always stupid stuff like religion or politics, stuff like that. We just knew him as this either sleeping entity or this noisy entity. He was never really a father. He was present, he was physically present, but not as a dad. He was a dad in name alone. He on and off provided for us, which I don't know if that was meant to be like the standard or something, but he never really emotionally connected with us as far as I know. My older brother was his project. the girls, my older sister and younger sister and I, we were like the mum's project, which is why we came out pretty fucking competent, you know? It's like, compared to my brother who had to, yeah, you know, I don't know where he got his skills from. I hope he got them from somewhere. My mum was pretty rough on him too, actually, because he was the oldest and he was a troublemaker, so anything that stepped out of line, she kicked his ass for that. Physically, yeah, a lot of psych, emotional abuse. Bad habits. What other bad habits can we have? I bet I got a ton. I just don't recognize them as bad habits because I'm oblivious or some shit. What annoys people? I have an annoying laugh sometimes. When I get anxious, I do like a little semi-giggle, and it bugs the fuck out of me because I know I'm doing it. So I got like a little half giggle and you're like, oh fuck, I'm doing it again. Fuck. See, that was it. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Oh, I hate it though. It's cringy. Why can't I just be cool? But this weird fucking anxiety shit. I whine a lot. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. I do whine. Sometimes I get into a mindset where I'm just completely negative. I do take on negative mindsets, particularly when I'm having a shit day. I'll just be like, everything fucking sucks. Fuck off. Not that I'm ever in a depressive state. I only had diagnosed depression as when I was separated from my ex. My ex-husband, that is. Because I was also getting like severe panic attacks at the time as well. And that's what kicked off the whole getting diagnosed shit. That went away, weirdly. So it couldn't have been anything particularly serious in terms of depression, which I feel for people who are genuinely depressed all the time. I really feel for them because what I felt then was fucking horrible. I can't imagine. I felt like I was dying, to be honest. I was soul dying, kind of dying. But again, that was such a huge, significant thing that I wouldn't put it down to being habitual. I'd say that was, that was just one-off. I hope. I never have to go through that again. That was cruel what happened there. But some people live like that, and I feel so sorry for them. I do, because it's not fun, obviously. And it's you are literally suffering. You feel like you're dying on the inside, and they live like that, and they just take tablets and cover it up, and you're like. Ugh. The thing was, what pissed me off is when I was diagnosed with depression that one time, their first reaction was tablets. It wasn't, let's try and sort this out, what's causing this. My lecturer, my supervisor, I was doing a doctorate at the time, I had a supervisor, she was advising me just go on antidepressants. She didn't know anything, the real circumstances of it at the time. She's like, just go on tablets. My mum was like, yeah, everyone's on tablets, we're all on tablets. And I'm like, I don't fucking want to do tablets. Why? This is I felt it was a one-off. I'm like, I just feel shit at this point in my life. This isn't something that's an ongoing life problem for me. If anything, the ongoing life problem would be my rage issues. That's the problem. It's not even a problem at this stage because I'm using it to fuel my projects. So I don't see that as a problem. I do have a short temper. I will not suffer fools gladly. I get pissy at assholes. I really do. Anyone who's being a complete dick or an extrovert. I hate extroverts. I hate them so much. They're loud and obnoxious and they don't shut up. And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, it's like, yeah, you keep being loud because it just shows me which ones we're going to, use in the purge first. It's like, yeah, keep sticking your head above the trenches, idiot. I don't know if that's just a nasty way to look at it, but I cannot. It's something in like either the volume they get or the pitch they get. When they make noise, it just makes my skin scream. And I just shut up. I don't know if anyone else has got that. I don't like now noises because I've got PTS as well, diagnosed. That comes from a childhood of loud noises. The berserker parents, both of them. First reaction, you do anything wrong, slightly out of order, they're gonna blast you. My dad would go berserker and start throwing things. It's like, this is not helping. And as a small child, it's fucking terrifying. These people are like, imagine double your height, double your width, and they're coming at you, and they're pissed. So it was terrifying. I know that's why I can't stand loud noises. thunderstorms and things, I can feel near enough. Like, oh, it's horrible. Anyway, what other bad habits have I got? I eat a lot of junk food if I could. I fucking love food. I fucking do. And it's always sugary based foods. It's like, that is my gift. If you ever want to get me a gift, it's going to be like food based, which is probably, you know, a bad idea because I will eat it. or flowers or perfume or something, you know? But generally, that's a bad habit. I can eat anyone under the table. Wow, that sounded wrong. Or it sounded very right. Either way. I have no problem with that. Considering I used to be anorexic, I think I've done well there. Yeah. I do get stressed where I don't eat. If I get hyper stressed, I go through periods where I have trouble remembering to eat, or I don't want to eat because I just feel like ass. I'm just like, fuck this. But that doesn't happen often these days. I can't remember the last time I felt that way. I was very depressed while I was in a relationship. I'm not depressed so much as sad. I wouldn't go to the depth of saying depressed. I was sad while I was in a relationship with my ex-boyfriend, especially towards the end, because he was treating me like shit. I don't think that affected my eating patterns though, which is surprising. I think I sort of pulled myself together there, kind of thinking, right, well, this has got a sell-by date. I'm not doing this, because I knew that we were going to get evicted eventually, or we'd have to get into a new house or something like that. I didn't feel wholly involved in that relationship because I couldn't get the ground roots of it. He never committed, and I had trouble, you know, every time I attempted to build intimacy or anything with him, he'd knock it back and things like that, and I'm going, yeah, fuck this, man. So I never really got sunk into that relationship properly because, get off my wing, asshole. Yeah, what do you think was going to happen? Oh my God. Christ, sorry, I'm driving again. I hate people that don't prep. I hate people that don't prep. That's another one. It's like fuckers that get to the end of the merge point while they're driving and then expect people to let them in. It's like everyone else has shifted over to the right lane 200 meters before, and these fuckers leave to the last minute and expect people to move. I'm like, nope. I do let them in though, because I'm not a complete arsehole, but at the same time, there's going to be much muttering. Fuck them. They're assholes. How dare you? I get judgy. I don't care. I'm sitting there going, aren't we all adults at this stage? Shouldn't we be all working to the same standard? You're just half-assed in your life, or you're half-assed in your driving. It's like, now I'm allowed to judge, because you're just being stupid. Stupid. What are the bad habits? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I would have to ask someone who's, you know, knows me for this long. I really would. But that's the thing, is like my parents was, well, my mom, my dad was useless. My mum was more, so militaristic with us getting shit right. You have to get it right. Get it right. That, I don't know if I have that many bad habits. Or B, maybe I'm just not seeing them. Please do point them out if you see them. I would love to correct some shit. I don't like getting it wrong myself. I piss myself off getting it wrong. I don't know. Some people say that's being hard on yourself. I'm like, no, I think it's just living to a standard. You're just being hard on yourself. I don't think so, because I don't think I'm suffering at all if I correct it, you know? I think I'm suffering if I don't correct it. It's like it's pissing me off now. My OCD's kicking in. Why can't I get this right? It's a weird tangent I've created there. Come on. My car is a filthy mess. I will say that. It's not like filled with litter or anything, but it definitely needs a wash. And I keep putting it off. I keep putting it off. And it needs a hoover. Everything's absolutely in place. All the seatbelts are like plugged in and shit like that. I've got wipes and shit. It's just dust and dirt. And I know I need to do it, but I'm lazy. In that I'm lazy. Oh God, do I hate cleaning bathrooms. I hate cleaning bathrooms. The smell of bleach. That's got to be PTS based, because I remember my mom used to do it on a Saturday. And she would fuck us up for it. And the house would be smelled with the smell of bleach. Oh, I hate that smell. I really do. I don't mind pools bleach, but, you know, So I have trouble cleaning bathrooms. Not that it ever gets disgusting. If anything, the only thing really there is hair. I have a lot of hair. I'm surprised I'm not bald. And I do pick it up when I see it because I don't like it hanging around either. I don't like it sticking to my wet skin. Ugh. That's a sensory issue, I think. I don't like being damp too much. But no, it never gets particularly grimy. Again, that's because my mom was more like, drill it into us, you will not be disgusting. Because my dad is disgusting. And I say that unashamedly. He was the anti-role model I was given for hygiene. He's disgusting. He never brushes his teeth. He never washes. He re-wears clothes for weeks on end. He's just a filthy fucker. Smokes. He's just, oh God. If you saw his bed sheets, you'd know why I grew up so fucking clean. It's like I am pristine when it comes to hygiene at this point. It's like I shave twice a day. I shower twice a day. I can't get the teeth down. Maybe if I put my toothbrush in the shower, I would remember it. But it's an electric toothbrush. Shit. I always wash my hair. I don't like greasy hair. I can't stand it. I can't stand bad smells. And I get irate, and I'll confront people about bad smells. It's terrible. I'll go full Karen on that. I don't care. I'm like, I don't care. You will smell nice. Do not be any kind of person come near me smelling like armpit and ass, because I'll be angry. And it's instant rage with that as well. It's not, that is just a lack of consideration for other people as well. It's like when I go to the gym, there's always a guy that smells like absolute ass crack. And he's on, it fills the room. And I'm like, what the fuck? You've left the house purposely smelling like that, not sprayed deodorant or anything. You smell like you haven't washed in a week. And then you come to a heated room and be physically exerting. And it's like, you are just a bastard, aren't you? What are you? What is this? And I can say that, you know, some people get depression and they have trouble coping with basic hygiene and stuff like that. But for fuck's sake, really? That's just cruel on everyone else. And we need to be understanding. Yes, they can't bring themselves to do it. The same way I can't bring myself to brush my teeth sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't do it, but, you know. And it's an achievement to get out of bed, in that case, just to get to the gym or whatever. But come on. What the fuck? And then they get offended when you spray them with, you know, Pino Clean. I don't know why. No, I don't spray people with Pino Clean. I want to, though. I want to. I have Hello Kitty spray. It does nothing for BO. I've tested this out several times now. Because you go around after them. As soon as they've left the area that you want to use, like they'll use an area, and it lingers in the air. You can almost taste it. And I'll go behind them and try and spray myself first because I want it to be subtle. I'm like, oh, I'm just putting on more deodorant. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Oh, no, I sprayed the area in the equipment. Oh, God. And then, you know, you're trying not to follow them around, just trying to spray them. But it does nothing. It's one of these nice, girly, pink kitty sprays. It smells like bubblegum. It's awesome. It's pink. And the kids love it at work. But it's just not strong enough to deal with arse and armpit. And these fuckers keep turning up, and I almost cry because it makes me so angry that they smell that way. So I suppose maybe we're doing, you know, harm to both sides of those. It's like, I'm not being considerate enough knowing that they might be depressed. I don't know if they're depressed. To me, they just come off as filthy. And they're not being considerate because I have to breathe in their ass. Wow, that's, yeah, don't breathe in people's... You never go ass to mouth, apparently. Movies. Google that. No, don't. Yeah, but anyway, please, spray. Be considerate of other people. We've got to... My eyes were burning, man. It's like my sinuses. You've got to be considerate. I'm terrible. I lack tact. When it comes to hygiene, I lack tact. I can understand that they might have issues, but I'm like, I still don't like you. That's an instant dislike. That's an instant cock block. If a guy comes near me at the gym and he smells like arse and ass crack, you know, I'll be like, fuck off. That's a no. That's a no from me. I will Simon Cowell that. That's a no from me. Fuck no. Because I don't want to know what else you're half-assing. It's like, no. And if you don't wipe down the equipment, that's another thing. I don't want to know what else you half-assed. It's like, you didn't wipe down the equipment, you didn't re-rack your weights, you're using the, gym etiquette. That's another one. I'm going to do a gym etiquette one. It bugs the fuck out of me what these assholes do. I'm sitting there going, you know the rules. This isn't Planet Fitness. You don't get a fire drill go off to prove how fucking stupid you are at dropping weights. You know, you don't. God, do the right thing. Learn the weights, learn the etiquette. And I'm all about manners as well, which is terrible. Because, you know, when people show me that they haven't got them, I tend to show them that I don't choose to use them. And I'll confront them about their lack of manners. I go full Karen. But I don't do it very subtly, which is not nice. And I get embarrassed sometimes. I've done it before. The other day, oh my God, it was embarrassing. The gym was dead silent. Except for me and some chick behind me doing some weird stretch in pointless leggings. Why Lululemons? All it is a yeast infection. Why is that attractive to you people? It's like, look, my ass crack is eating my underpants. Wonderful. We've been picking wedgies out for years. Why are we encouraging this? Ew. Anyway. Ugh, E. coli. Anyway. Yeah, 3 girls. This guy, there is this drink fountain in my gym where if you turn it one way, you can fill your bottle. You turn the pipe back so it doesn't drip on the floor. It's leaking, obviously, it's old. They've fixed it since, but it bugs the shit out of me because they leave it hanging out and it drips on the floor and we all partially get electrocuted at some point. It annoys the fuck out of me. So I keep turning it back. Every time I see it's not facing the right way, I'll turn it the right way. Kind of like what I'm like with toilet papers. If it's not facing the right way, I take it out of the holder and I fucking fix it because I cannot stand that shit. There is a patent design telling you how to apply toilet paper. You know, go and Google it. Look at the patent design. Anyway, that's how we know it's the right way up. But this guy had done it and I didn't realize that, and I was doing the back row near the machine and I didn't realize he had actually turned it back. And I had my music on and it was blaring and I didn't realize how big it was, how loud it was. And I found myself very loudly saying, put it back! So he shot himself. And this was a big burly guy. I'm sitting there and I'm only like, 5'4". I'm not exactly built. I'm just, you know, I'm fairly waifish when it comes to, you know, I have some lean muscle, but it is not good. And, you know, I'm not intimidating. I'm cute and fluffy in the gym. I look like a kitty, Hello Kitty reject, you know. I got my little pigtails and everything. I got my pink ballet leggings. I'm like, hey, let's go lift some weights because it's fun. And I do. I see them as toys. I don't see them as some strenuous masculine thing. I'm like, I'm going to go lift some weights. And sometimes I'm out lifting guys and I find that fascinatingly hilarious. Honestly, you got some guy sitting there doing 10 plates on a squat rack and I'm going, and I pull out my, you know, 25 each side. I'm going, it's not a lot, but it's something. And it's better than you're doing, so yeah, for shame. It's a silly game. I like to take the piss while I'm doing it. That's a terrible thing as well. I'll patronize the men for, you know, not lifting heavy enough. I'm not tactful when it comes to that. I have certain standards there. I'm going, you are a man, you should be lifting this. Why are you lifting lighter than me? I'm lifting lighter than me because I don't have testosterone, you know? What's your excuse? But I find it fascinating. I'm terrible. But anyway, he shot himself, but then he started following me around the gym. So I'm like, I don't understand. Are they into this? This is a weird experience for me. If I tell someone off, usually they either ignore me, quite frankly, they usually ignore me, or if it's kids, or they, you know, they avoid you because it's now awkward. It's like, why are you shadowing me now? Are you into this? Is this a thing I have to encourage now? Is this part of the dating thing? Because I'm new to the dating thing, because I was married. I didn't understand it. But again, I have trouble containing my comments as well. I've got this tick where I got no filter. That's terrible. It is really so. It's got me into some shit. That was one of them. Because now I've got this really awkward thing going on with this guy, and he goes regularly, and I'm like, fuck, it's that guy again. Oh, it's the one I shouted at to put it back, and now I'm gonna fucking look at it. Fuck! Okay, now I have to change gyms. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't. But he didn't do anything wrong as well, and that's what pissed me off as well. Because he had done the right thing. But I just, in my head, I thought he hadn't put it back, because there is one person who I swear goes at the same time as me who doesn't put it back. And it bugs the fucking me. Every time I turn my head, it's back again in the wrong position. I'm like, you fucker, just, ah. Yeah, there's lots of things in the gym that bug me. Lots of noobs that piss me off with bad habits. I swear I've got more habits, but I've just pulled up to my house, so I'm going to have to go and get going. I've got to eat something now. So I'm going to leave my podcast there. Feel free to, point out any annoyances I have or I am, if you know any of me. Go for it. If you've listened to any of me crapping on and you want to highlight anything I say that's annoying, feel free. I love criticism. I do, actually. I find it hilarious. Yeah, I do. Because I know no one's perfect. No one's going to get it right. Everyone's got their own version of what right is. Even me with my anal fixations in the gym going, why the fuck have you done that wrong? And I know where that stems from too. Thanks, Mom. So the thing is to remember, if you've got bad habits, just at least make sure they're not the kind that will harm you physically, emotionally, psychologically. If they are things like smoking, drinking, I suppose it would be a good idea, to get rid of them. We're warned since we're kids that smoking kills. I mean, we've got cigarette packets with fucking pictures of, dead lungs and stuff on them. It's like a pretty much no-brainer not to do that shit. Some things are personality tics. Like, I know with my autism, I have trouble with tact sometimes, especially when I'm tired, because I will just blast someone. I'm like, fuck off. If I'm tired, you will know it. Generally, I'm okay for the most part. I'm pretty bubbly and nice. But if I'm tired, you will feel it. Rip you a new one. I have a short temper. These are all personality traits or experiences that have been, or things that I've experienced and taken in. So, raised by berserkers, I'm going to have a berserker anger issue. So yeah, it's pretty much, I wish I could have chosen not to have that. I would have liked to have been a fluffy person for the most part, for the majority of my life. But these are the things we're born with or we're raised in. You don't really get a choice sometimes. When you get to adult, you totally get to choose though. You can be whatever you want to be. I mean, Friedrich Nietzsche was like, we all want to make ourselves to be. If you choose to have these bad habits, then that's up to you, man. You face the consequence. That's what we all do as an autonomous adult. Of course, you can absolutely turn around and say, I don't want to do this anymore, which is, part of like generational cycle breaking as well. I've chosen not to take on men children anymore. It's like the next boyfriend I have, I'm definitely going to make sure he is A, employed, B, drug-free, non-smoker, doesn't binge drink. I don't mind if they have a few drinks, but this fucker was an alcoholic. I swear to God. It was every other fucking day he was drinking something. I'm going, what is wrong with you? Oh my God, he was just, I can't even. Anyway, so that cycle I'm choosing to break. I'm tired of feeling, sorry for people or feeling soft towards people. We're conditioned to feel sorry for the underdog. And we are, it's a social thing. Like, we got to support the underdog because they're battling, they're having it rough. And it's like, sometimes these fuckers bring it on themselves. And they expect you to feel sorry for them. And that's how they get more out of you. And you're like, fuck off, guy. It's like, stop taking the piss. But again, if you can get rid of the negative habits, pick up some really nice habits. That'd be cool. It's like, oh no, I accidentally picked up this subconscious habit where I, stroke every puppy I can find. Oh my God, what a horrible habit. It's like, no, it's not. It's lovely, actually. They love it. I love it. It's a joint mutual respect thing. That would be a nice thing to pick up. Although I do tend to do that as an introvert anyway. I will find any animal in the room to avoid people at any cost. I will be stepping over children to get to a puppy. I really will. It's terrible. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to go eat some stuff. I know I've got corn dino noggies waiting for me. I'm going to do some mixed veg. And I'm going to get my fried eggs on, get my protein. I'm enjoying my rations. I'll chat to you tomorrow on my way to work. It is Friday tomorrow. I'm totally stoked. So I'll see you tomorrow.
So in the same way, in the intervals between this year's leaves, last year's leaves, this